In today's feature, our channel brings you another shocking and gripping turn of events from beyond the gates. What unfolds inside the Dupree mansion is nothing short of explosive, shaking the very core of the family's power and threatening to unravel everything they have fought to build. The revelation strikes with devastating force when Vernon learns that Leslie, the woman he once protected and trusted, has secretly bribed Bill. The truth pierces him like a fatal wound, shattering his trust and leaving him standing in disbelief. Vernon had always considered Leslie a part of the intricate web of alliances that sustained the Dupree dynasty. But the discovery that she orchestrated Bill's betrayal sends shockwaves through his heart and mind. For a man who prided himself on control, discipline, and foresight, this single act of treachery is a brutal reminder that the empire he oversees is far more fragile than he imagined. As the truth spreads, the Dupree estate, once a fortress of grandeur and dominance, becomes suffocating with suspicion and hostility. Every glance exchanged across the marble halls carries layers of unspoken accusation. Servants whisper, alliances fracture, and the air thickens with the weight of looming chaos. Vernon's grief transforms into rage as he grasps the reality that the woman he defended, the woman he raised up when others doubted her, is the very person who has placed his family in jeopardy. The betrayal of Bill is not merely personal but strategic. By securing his disloyalty through Leslie's bribe, the Dupree empire is compromised from within. Vernon begins to understand the magnitude of what has been lost. Bill's role in the household was not minor. He had access to delicate information, control over critical resources, and influence in key negotiations. By corrupting him, Leslie has effectively weakened the foundations of the Dupree family's stronghold, exposing them to enemies both seen and unseen. The rest of the family spirals into suspicion. Nicole, already wary of Leslie's ambitions, sees her fears confirmed, but she cannot celebrate. For every secret exposed, a new layer of danger emerges. Danny, caught between loyalty to her family and her own ambitions, is forced to reckon with the knowledge that the cracks in their unity could swallow them all. Anita, the matriarch who has weathered countless storms, realizes that this betrayal has not only destabilized the family but also tarnished the carefully crafted legacy she has sought to protect. The more Vernon reflects, the more he recognizes the depth of Leslie's ambition. Her betrayal was not impulsive, it was calculated, meticulous, and born from long-harbored resentment. Every smile she offered, every gesture of respect, every apparent moment of loyalty now feels like a performance designed to mask her true intentions. Vernon is haunted by the thought that he has been living alongside a serpent, nurturing the very hand that would ultimately deliver the most devastating blow. Tension mounts as whispers of Leslie's actions circulate beyond the Dupree walls. The family's enemies, always circling, seize on the scandal as a weapon. Business partners grow hesitant, allies reconsider their loyalty, and rivals position themselves for advantage. The once unshakable Dupree influence in the community begins to falter, and the grandeur of their estate feels more like a gilded cage closing in on them. Inside the mansion, days turn into nights filled with paranoia. Vernon's anger consumes him, but beneath the fury lies something far more dangerous: fear. Fear that this betrayal may be only the beginning, that other secrets lie buried beneath the polished surface of their lives, waiting to erupt. Fear that the empire he spent his lifetime building could crumble in his final years, not from an external assault but from the very people he allowed into his circle of trust. The betrayal also reshapes the family dynamic in irreparable ways. Trust evaporates. Conversations grow sharp, meals end in silence, and every decision is second-guessed. Nicole suspects Danny may be hiding her own schemes. Anita becomes more ruthless, determined to root out weakness before it consumes them. Chelsea, already struggling to define her place in the family, is caught in the crossfire of suspicion, her every move scrutinized as though she too might be plotting in the shadows. Meanwhile, Leslie does not shrink away in shame. Instead, she grows bolder, feeding on the chaos she has unleashed. Her presence becomes both a provocation and a challenge. Every step she takes across the estate feels like an assertion of power, every glance toward Vernon a reminder that she has outmaneuvered him in ways he never anticipated. The poison of betrayal becomes her weapon, and she wields it with a calmness that unsettles everyone around her. Vernon's fury boils over in moments of solitude. He replays every memory of Leslie, searching for signs he missed, clues that might have revealed her treachery earlier. The knowledge that he was blind to her deception eats at him, undermining his confidence and shaking the authority he has always projected. For a man whose identity is rooted in power, this loss of certainty is as devastating as the betrayal itself. The Dupree estate, once a place of opulence and order, becomes a battlefield of silent wars. The corridors echo with footsteps that feel heavier than before, each door closing with the finality of trust lost. Family members retreat into their own strategies of survival, calculating their moves carefully, for in a world where betrayal has taken root, no one is immune from suspicion. As the weeks progress, the external world senses the fractures. Political rivals whisper about Vernon's weakening hold. Business deals falter under the weight of scandal. Former allies demand reassurances, but Vernon finds himself unable to provide them. He knows that as long as Leslie remains within reach, her presence is both a threat and a reminder of the betrayal that cannot be erased. The drama intensifies when Leslie makes her next move, exploiting the very chaos she created. With Bill under her influence, she begins to manipulate events from behind the scenes, turning family members against one another, feeding their insecurities, and capitalizing on every rift. Her strategy is no longer just about survival but about domination, and the Dupree family stands at the brink of implosion. The betrayal does not simply fracture trust, it forces each character to confront their deepest vulnerabilities. Vernon is consumed by anger and self-doubt. Anita, once the unshakable matriarch, realizes her control is slipping. Nicole questions her own instincts as she struggles to hold the family together. Danny wrestles with the temptation to side with Leslie if it means preserving her own ambitions. Chelsea, trapped between loyalty and survival, feels the crushing weight of decisions no one her age should have to make. And at the center of it all, Leslie thrives in the storm. Her ability to weaponize betrayal, to transform secrets into power, sets her apart as one of the most dangerous forces the Dupree family has ever faced. Every move she makes pushes the family closer to the edge, every revelation a reminder that no secret can stay buried forever, and no alliance is truly safe. The fallout from this revelation will not fade. It will spiral into deeper conflict, more shocking truths, and battles that threaten not just the family's fortune and reputation but their very survival. The Dupree family has built their empire on the illusion of strength, but now the mask has been ripped away, and what remains is a house vulnerable to collapse. This is only the beginning of a descent into darkness, betrayal, and vengeance that will leave no member of the Dupree family untouched. The storm has arrived, and its devastation will be absolute. Stay tuned for more shocking spoilers and twists from Beyond the Gates, and don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update.